Welcome to the first module of the Chess Challenge course, and in this particular video we're going to be looking into tactics. So what are tactics? Tactics are nothing but short-term plans. So short-term plans in chess, kind of involving 2 to 3 move maneuvers, which is going to give you a slight if not definite advantage. That's what we call tactics. And since chess is all patterns, there are about 6 different tactics which depend on the patterns of the chess pieces, how they are arranged, which kind of is something that we would be learning in this module. Strategy, on the other hand, is more of a long-term plan, which we will be covering in an advanced topic much later. So there are 6 different tactical motifs, patterns that you would need to learn how to recognize, learn how to identify, and learn how to apply. And I will help you through every single aspect of this. So let's begin this journey of understanding tactics with our first tactic, which is called the pin. Now, pin is nothing but being able to incapacitate a piece because of the rule of chess. For example, in this given position, when the bishop moves to d4, it ends up pinning the knight. See, when the king was back here, the knight could not have moved even if he had wanted to. The reason being, that particular move would have been deemed illegal. So, when we make our move, the knight becomes pinned or incapacitated, thereby allowing us to then easily capture and win the game. Now there are 2 types of pins. The first pin that we're going to be looking at is called the absolute pin. Now the absolute pin is when you end up attacking a piece and the king is behind that piece. So even if the opponent were to realize this attack and says, hey, the bishop is attacking my rook, I would love to move the rook, he cannot, because that would be deemed illegal. In this case, when bishop moves to a3 and attacks the rook cannot move because it's an absolute pin. And therefore, he is completely stuck on that square, allowing you to just picking him. Just go capture the rook and you're done. So the king moves and you just take him out. That's an absolute pin. Now the second type of pin is called the relative pin. The relative pin is very similar to the absolute pin, except that in a relative pin, the piece behind the pin piece is not the king, but rather the queen or any other piece. So in this case, when you move the bishop and pin the rook could technically move, but at enormous loss because he'll be losing the queen after that. In an absolute pin, the rook cannot move. It's an illegal move for the rook to move. Whereas in a relative pin, the rook just can't move because he would lose something much more. And thereby he would rather not move and lose the rook than move the rook and lose the queen. So these are the 2 types of pins that you would need to know. And in the next video, we are going to see how we could use this tactical motif of a pin, this pattern in chess, the tactical pattern that we call as pin, and actually use it to exploit our position or exploit these pins so that we can find a winning combination in our games. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.